Alongside Gabe Morency, I'm Ariel Epstein. Joe Ranieri joining us in Miami, Florida. The weekend is approaching, so we have Mick Aussie coming on today, Joe Lisi coming on to talk about the XFL. However, the NFL
we're all about analytics here. That's why Mick Aussie's on.
Yes,
we're about numbers, the premier experts in the world of sports gambling and DFS.
Mm-hmm.
And Mick Aussie is he's our go-to guy on Fridays.
He is. We have the MMMM algorithm to look forward to. His gut
XFL
feel
algorithm.
The gut feel's probably getting a little bit more gutty because he is getting into week 5 of the XFL.
The gut feel? No. Are you kidding me, Arrow? We were into the divisional round of the playoffs. Gut feel? None.
0.
still one of the best lines ever on this show. Mick, what's the gut feel say? None.
None.
You know what, the combine, you know what I find interesting? I'd like to see Mick Aussie do the combine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Mick Aussie's done the Super Bowl. Yeah, imagine, Joe, like, Mick Aussie's 40 time, the bench press and everything. We know he fancies himself to be quite the athlete. Like, he plays tennis every day. So he claims. How you doing, Mick?
Yeah, I'm doing great, Gabe, and you probably pulled a hamstring jumping on the bus this morning, but yes, I am very, very fitness person. Play lots of sports. Edmonton Aussie football starting, and we're training where the Edmonton Eskimos train indoors in a beautiful facility. So I'm out there and I'm training where you probably pulled your hamstring jumping up the steps on the bus.
No, I'm fine, Mick. I'm fine. My hamstring is just fine. Aren't you a little old to be training with football teams, Mick?
Yeah, absolutely. I played my last game in Ottawa at 46 and I busted my shoulder. It's still all bent up. You've seen that. But no, I ref it and lots going on, mate. Big game last night in Australia to raise money for the bushfires. So football going on everywhere.
Mick, so you have the XFL coming up this week, and who are you looking at to place some bets on?
Well, just for you, Ariel, I now have started the XFL 2020 MMMM.
Oh, God.
Well, no, it's not the MMM. Let's call it the Triple X. It's the XXX. It's Triple X. All right, what's the Triple X algorithm? Joe's very excited. Joe, you got your Sharpie, Joe?
Come on. I'm ready. Let me get my pen and paper. Yes, I'm in.
All right, so we've got the Guardians and the Wildcats. This game's at 2 o'clock tomorrow. I've asked a million people if they want to go. I'm not getting a lot of takers. I know Frank Stample's going to be there. Our boy Rowe. There's going to be a few of us down there when it's all said and done. 2 o'clock kickoff tomorrow. All right, Mick, what's the XFL Triple X algorithm say?
Well, I would like to say that nothing's changed because lately there's the third New York team football that sucks. The Guardians are terrible, but I did laugh when the guy got interviewed.
Oh, you waited for that all week, huh?
And he had his helmet on. And he goes, "Oh, I can't hear you." So then I laughed my head off. I'm thinking, well, take your damn helmet off. You might hear the guy ask you a question. I thought that was funny. But no, I think the Guardians are in trouble. And I have the Wildcats and the Battlehawks on a money line multi. Add the Roughnecks as well. Plays plus 188.
Plus 188, the old XFL multi, Joe.
Yes. I'm trying to think here. Let's see if I can add Mick.
Well, I tell you, no, listen, I like your first two legs. I think you might be wrong on the last one here, Mick. LA's going to beat New York. LA will beat New York.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to win by 7. And I'll tell you what, guys.
It's at 8.
Is it up to 8 now?
8.
Ooh, up to 8.
Yeah.
7 all week now, up to 8. It's one of those you might have to grin and bear it and just take New York plus the points. I'll tell you what. It's suddenly cold. It's been a very nice wintertime here in the area. But last night was vicious, man, in East Rutherford with those winds out there by the stadium. I don't think, and these guys in Los Angeles haven't played outdoors yet in a cold venue. And it's going to be pretty nasty out there. And I don't think tomorrow's going to be much better. It's so cold, I might wimp out and watch the game on TV. Just like Mick says, I'm soft. So, no, but I don't think it's going to be a track meet. The Guardians' offense is terrible. And I don't think there's going to be a lot of points. The total last I saw was 39.5. The total. I expect a low-scoring game tomorrow because, like I said, it's cold, it's windy. The Guardians suck. I don't see how there's going to be a ton of points in that game. And I agree, Mick. I think LA wins, and the Battlehawks are definitely winning, and the Battlehawks probably cover that 12, to be honest.
Mm.
Yeah, and Gabe, this was amazing. I read this, and then they said it. This Josh Johnson has been on 13 NFL rosters. That's quite amazing when you think about it. But the main thing with this algorithm, as you'll see, right now I have an extra thing. Take the team as a factor that has the most SEC players. But whatever, mate. Right now, because it's only early, as you'll see, whatever Joe Lisi says is the key, because that guy really knows his stuff.
Joe Lisi's picks made the algorithm. Not me or Joe, but Lisi's.
Absolutely, it's only early.
Wow, what Joe Lisi says is, wow, Lisi's coming on after. I give you his number if you want to call him, Mick. He's such a big fan.
I got a Lisi cutout doll back there, man.
Yeah. We got to get you. We're going to send you a life-size Joe Lisi cardboard cutout. We'll get it like where. Remember that? We have that picture still. Remember where he's in Vegas? He's looking at the chick's ass.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Does a pic of Lisi look up?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
we still have.
There's been so many people here. I don't know. We used to show it in the old days. Yeah. So, it's got to be an assistant. Like, we were in Vegas years ago. We were at a conference, and Lisi. We have a picture of Lisi. We used to use it as his guest shot.
I love it.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy. Like when our viewer listeners remember stuff more, they're like, "Oh, yeah, that shot." So that's great, Mick. So what Lisi says. Yeah, all right. Good luck with that, Mick. Now we take it personal. What else you got, Mick? What else is in your algorithm? Like, what other logic do you have in here for the XFL? I'd like to hear this.
Oh, I thought you wanted to talk some more crazy sports. Well, similar to the NFL, very similar, but it's only early, so a lot of the things do not work or come into effect yet. So in the next couple of weeks, I will add to this. But yes, go what Joe Lisi says is the way to bet. So after he comes on, I'll be placing more bets on what Joe Lisi says.
So in other words,
a couple other stories.
We should replace you with Joe Lisi on the show.
Ooh.
Or we should have Lisi on first. So then you can add to your
Because
the
right now
blender.
the algorithm's not complete.
It's not complete, like Ariel said. Exactly. You're like, oh, once Lisi comes on after, I'll really know.
I'm smiling.
Absolutely, because I consider myself Mr. International Sports.
All right, so what else you got
news,
for us?
Soccer news, lots going on.
What else you got for us?
I'm actually glad the grunter, Maria Sharapova was retired. Tennis should ban the grunting. Even though Nadal does it, is annoying. Tennis should ban grunting. And I tell you what, I'm not a soccer fan, but I wouldn't want to go and play soccer in France. Did you hear about this? Two guys got in an argument, then they got in a fight in the parking lot. The third guy came in, and one guy went and bit him on the pecker. He had 10 stitches on his pecker, his penis, and he got 4 days off work. So be careful playing soccer in France.
Is that what you call it in Australia? Pecker?
Well, you got a little one, but if you got a bigger one, you call it your weapon, right?
Your weapon. Your weapon. You all right, Joe? It's pretty good. Your weapon. I didn't hear about that, Mick. No. No, you're right though. You're right though, Mick. Soccer players are big on biting each other's junk for some reason. Remember a guy scored a goal and they celebrated by doing that? Some reason, like they scored and one of his teammates dropped on his knees and bit his junk as a goal celebration.
A little strange.
Is that your weapon you
soccer.
holding there, Mick? What is that?
I thought licking blood was
Oh,
bad.
God. Now what are you doing, Mick? What do you got there, Mick?
This is my new weapon, baseball bat.
Oh, yes?
And I'll tell you what, Gabe, after today's show, I'm going to go out onto the CN rail. I'm going to chase all those protesters, stopping those trains, get the dollars. I'm going to belt them.
Why is your baseball bat green?
Because I paid $4 for it. It's a kid's baseball. I can have fun with it. There you
Thanks,
go.
Mick. See you next week. Get off
See you
my
later,
lawn.
guys. Have a good weekend.
Get off my lawn. Coming up next.